back for more women's 500 meters here at Canada Cup number 2 at the Olympic Oval in Calgary. We have 24 pairs coming up. Hope you've enjoyed everything so far. Still a couple more days action to come. My name is Gavin Day, guiding you through things here all by myself. Leo Landry, as I mentioned, will be coming back in this evening for the Canada Cup races, the 1500s, and we'll get things started right away with Brooklyn McDougall and Carolina Hiller. Hiller skated at the single distance championships last night in the 500, skated to a 39.80 for 9th place, and McDougall skated in the first Canada Cup 2 nights ago and was 3rd, and they are away cleanly. And they come to the line for the first 100 meters. It's Hiller from BC with a 10.96. McDougall with a 11.94. McDougall's out of Alberta. Both of these skaters putting up some pretty comparable times. McDougall skated 40 even 2 days ago. Hiller with a 39.8 last night, so it's going to be a close finish as Hiller now makes up that stagger on the inner lane. They're almost side by side coming into the final 100 meters. If anyone's got it, it's Hiller right now, but McDougall's pouring it on, and McDougall takes a bit of a lead and crosses the line. 39.98, 40.36 for Hiller. Good even start. We had a lot of very close races in the women's 500 meters a couple days ago. Hopefully there's more of that to come. And second pair has Noemi Fissé out of Quebec. She skated last night as well to a 38.8 at the Canadian Single Distance Championships, finishing 4th place. Back for more today in the Canada Cup. Spence skated in the Canada Cup to 5th place the other day. And they are down and away cleanly. It's Fissé with the white armband on the inner, Spence with the red armband on the outer. They're going to come to the bell, get this first time check at 100 meters. And it's going to be Fissé with a 10.99, 11.41 for Spence. Fissé finished ahead of veteran skater Shannon Rempel last night. Rempel had a fast opening 100 meters. Fissé pulled it together to sort of move ahead in her later pair. Now Fissé on the outer lane, Spence on the inner. Spence trying to chase her down, but Fissé too much in this one as she pulls away inside 100 meters, both arms down, trying to force her way to the line. Fissé at the line, kicks 38.95, 40.35 for Spence. So Fissé going a bit slower than yesterday evening. And Spence goes into the 39s. Actually, she's still in the 40s, pardon me, but she does go a little bit faster than the other day. Caroline Gingras and Rose Laliberté Roy in a battle of Quebec coming up. Gingras was 6th with a time of 41.08. Laliberté Roy 8th in the first Canada Cup with a 41.62. Always a first-time check here, 11.22, 11.46. Gingras with a little bit of a lead. As they make the turn, she moves into the outer lane. They round the turn. It's Gingras with a bit of an advantage. Laliberté Roy trying to close that gap, running out of room. Gingras 40.18, 49.2 for Laliberté Roy. They move into 3rd and 6th places, respectively. Already into pair number 4 now. Noemi Fissé is 38.94. That's going to be tough to beat from here on in. Hee Wan Son from Alberta up next on the inner lane. Gabrielle Sanson from Saskatchewan on the outer. Son was 7th with a 41.21 2 days ago. Sanson was 9th with a 41.68. They're even so far through here. Let's check that first time split. It's Sanson, 11.28, 11.39 for Son. So 11 hundredths difference there. Sanson going to try to get a draft through that backstretch. Son moving right into the outer lane, not giving her the chance telling her, if you want to come chase me down, you have to do it on your own. A little bit of a hand down there from Sanson, trying to manage that speed. She does take the lead into the final stretch. It's going to be close. They're almost stride for stride. Less than 50 meters to go at the line. 40-71, 40-72. Son by 100th of a second. They go 6th and 7th. And Son goes faster than the other day, as does Sanson, into the 40s. Alexa Scott on the inner lane from Manitoba. Sierra Johnson from Ontario on the outer. They are away cleanly as well. Johnson finished 12th in the first 500 meters 2 days ago. Scott was tied for 10th. She put up a 41.68. Johnson was a 41.78. As they make that clean crossover, there's enough room between the two that they can do it with ease. Scott now in the outer lane. Sierra Johnson trying to chase her down, coming into the home stretch. Look how close that is as they drive to the line. Johnson swinging her arms, trying to close those final few inches at the line. It's another close one, 41.6 for Alexis Scott. Sierra Johnson, 41.82. Not much break between these pairs. We move right into the next one, which works just fine for me.
Eddie.
Connie Capac from Alberta. Gabrielle Jelinek from Quebec is on the outer lane. Coming up to get the bell. Let's check that time check. 11.49. Jelinek, 11.78 for Capac. Jelinek was 13th with a 41.78. Capac was 14th with a 42.03, so very close to each other. Let's see how things pan out here in the final 100 meters. Jelinek has pulled out an advantage. Capac trying to close it down with the final few meters, but Jelinek 41.17, 42.1 for Capac. Unilevel and Danielle Dumouchel, the next pair. Level from BC, Dumouchel from New Brunswick. They get the bell. Level time clocks in 11.31214 for Dumouchel. 6th and 14th fastest hundreds we've seen so far today. Level was 15th a couple days ago in the first 100 meters. She's trying to better that. She put in a 42.34, trying to better that. Drops both arms coming down the home stretch. She drives to the line. Level, let's check that time. 41.45, so she does go faster than the other day. 42.68 for Dumouchel. Also goes a little bit faster. Pair 8 now on the track. Olivia Moyse from Saskatchewan. Danielle Wallish out of Alberta. Moyse 16th with a 42.52. Looks like it's Moyse with the early advantage up to 100 meters. She goes right by me here with a time of 11.71, 12.09 for Wallish. Let's see what Moyse can do to maintain that speed. She put in the 13th fastest 100 meters so far. Down the back stretch. Moyse looking to finish off strong and put in a good time, trying to better from the other day. 42.52. Wallisch has closed the gap quite a bit. Still going to be Moyse crossing 42.45, so she does indeed go a little bit faster. Wallisch 43.13. Jenna Murth, Molly Johnson ready to go. Two skaters from Alberta. Murth 18th 2 days ago with a 43.23. They are down and away cleanly, matching each other stride for stride. Murth with a little bit of an advantage as they hit the line. 11.73, 12.02 for Johnson. Now Murth trying to use that inner lane for the last time to pull out a bit of a gap. Johnson, though, chasing her down, gets to go into that inner lane. Johnson was 21st with a 43.38, so let's see how they do. It is going to be Murth, but Johnson trying to chase her down. Murth 42.43, Johnson 43.11, so Johnson goes faster, as does Murth. No, she doesn't. She drops a little bit compared to her first 500 meters. Laurence Paquet and Olivia Scott are next on the track. Quebec and Ottawa, Ontario, pardon me, represented. There's the bell. Paquin through 100 meters, 12.04, 12.34 for Scott. Paquin was 19th with a 43.32. She leads things round the final turn. Olivia Scott was 23rd with a 43.76. So let's see how they finish. It's going to be Paquet just barely. Johnson or Olivia Scott trying to close it down. 43.2, 43.68. So both were faster that time around. Anytime you go faster day over day, you've got to be happy with it. Next up, pair 11 of 24. We are almost halfway through things here. It's Kirsten Hagen now of British Columbia and Anna Bourgeois from Alberta. And they both get away cleanly. We've been fortunate that we've seen no false starts at all today. First 100-meter times, 12.24 for Hagen, 12.32 for Bourgeois. A gap of 0.08 of a second between the two as they make that turn. And it's Hagen leading things down that backstretch into the final turn, but she'll go into the outer lane. Hagen 20th the other day with a 43.38. Bourgeois had a 43.89. It's going to be Bourgeois this time, just barely though. It's going to be Bourgeois 43.76, 43.94 for Hagen. Rosanne Grenier from Quebec clocked in with a 44.11 in the first 500 meters. And Zuzana Nedelyakova from Alberta, who had a 44.22. So not much separating these two skaters a couple days ago. Hopefully we get another very close finish between these two. It's almost stride for stride as they hit the line for the first time check. 12.19 for Nedelyakova, 12.33 for Grenier. Nedelyakova drops the arms. Grenier still with just one arm going. Nedeljkova lines up well. Looks like she made up a bit of that gap on the draft, and Nedeljkova moving into the lead as they enter the final home stretch. Watch out for Grenier, though. She is looking like she's making it close at the line. It's Nedeljkova who's going to take it just barely. Actually, pardon me. Look at that finish from Rosanne Grenier. 31.59, 31.71 for Nedeljkova. Like I was looking at the lap time there. Missed that one. Lily Weidman and Cassidy Peterson now on track. (12.36) Cassidy Peterson, Lily Weidman 11.98. They make the turn, and it's Peterson coming into the lead as they're inside 50 meters driving to the line. It's going to be Peterson with a 43.73, Weidman 44.11, 21st and 26th respectively. Saskatchewan's Vanessa Coutu is next to go. Stephanie Spicer of Alberta, her opponent in this pair. As they come to the 100 meters, it's 11.49. Coutu with the faster advantage, 12.37 for Spicer. Pulling away a little bit, building up a bit of an advantage. In a 500 meters, you don't have time to make up for a slower start, so Spicer having to chase her down. See how well Coutu can handle after that faster start. Here comes Coutu. Spicer running out of room. It's Coutu at the line, 43.24, 44.33 for Spicer. 20th and 28th, respectively. Shruti Kotwal from India and Annika Marshall from Saskatchewan going head-to-head in our next pair. Still a red flag up. Looks like we're going to just have a bit of a pause to, as always, I assume we're just getting some ice repairs. Looks like we are ready to go now. Kotwal and Marshall. There is a false starter, first one of the morning. And the flag goes up. It's Marshall charged with it, but they both feel the repercussions. They're both on borrowed time now, as it's a false start is charged to both skaters. Now they both have to be that little bit more careful on the line, lest they run the risk of disqualification. And it looks like actually that was a second false start for Marshall. The first one was to her. There was one to her as well that I missed. So Annika Marshall, that's the first start disqualification we've seen of the weekend. So it's Shruti Kotwal on her own now, but also she has to live dangerously still on the start and is away cleanly. Kotwal was 33rd in the first 500 meters with a 44.65. See what the first time check is. 12:41. 29th fastest opener. Cotwall drops both arms. A few shouts from Mike Ireland, the coach. Former world sprint champion, now moved into the coaching ranks. Cotwall rounds the corner inside 100 meters, dashing to the line. That skin suit, the skate laces, all matching the colors of the Indian flag. At the line, 44.13. So Cotwall goes about half a second quicker than the other day. Next up, we have Elliot Gana from Manitoba. She took a spill in the 5,000 meters. It's nice to see she suffered no ill effects from that. Back here for a 500, Elliot and Amanda Mitchell out of BC. Gana was 34th in the first 500 meters with a 44.74. She hits the time. 12.15 opener for Gana, 12.54 for Mitchell. Already building up a half a second advantage, just about 4/10. Gana trying to maintain that advantage as she rounds the final turn on the outer lane. Mitchell trying to chase her down, though. The gap's closed up. Mitchell, the big taller skater, trying to chase down Gana. It's going to be Gana, though, at the line. 44.07, 44.41 for Mitchell. Had the faster lap time, but the slower start, she wasn't able to overcome that. Jasmine Chase of Ontario. Ashley Hanna from Alberta. Next up on the track, Noemi Fisse's 38.94. I think is pretty secure right now as we get to these lower races. A lot of them are the younger ones, those trying to get better with every race. Chase and Hanna very close as we reach 100 meters. It's Hanna by 1/10 of a second, 12.45. Chase 12.55. Chase was 36th in the first 100 with a 44.93. Hanna with a 45.63. Looks like it could be a close finish as they make up the stagger. Hanna closes her down, maybe moves a little bit ahead, but it's going to be a drag race to the finish. Chase moves that little bit ahead at the line, 44.33, 44.58. Both of them going faster, I believe. Indeed, that is the case. Pair 18 to come. Kennedy Charles from Manitoba with the yellow and black that always indicates a Manitoba athlete. And Rachel Freitag from Ontario, all in black with the red armband. Freitag. Racing here on a Saturday. If you know you're German, you get that at poor attempt at humor, so I will let myself out. 12.25 for Freitag, 12.44 for Charles. 25th fastest opener for Freitag, 32nd for Charles. Freitag put up a 45.88 and Charles a 45.07. So both of them trying to get under that 45-second lap time. It's very close right now. Freitag may be a bit of an advantage as they make the break for home inside 50 meters. It's almost unison in stride. Charles pulling ahead just at the last minute. 45.11 and 45.28, with both of those skaters going faster than 2 days ago. Brianne Sipowink from Saskatchewan and Brooke Braun from BC. Sipowink 38th a few days ago with a 45.58. Braun 43rd with a 45.90. So within a couple tenths of each other in the first 500. Matched up here. And it's Sipowink with an early advantage coming up to get the bell. That means 400 meters left to go. The 500 is a 1 1/4 lap race. Sipowink drops the arms, goes into the outer lane. Braun trying to chase her down. It was 11:87 and 12:41 starts. Sipowink trying to hold on. Here comes Braun trying to use that inside lane. It's going to be Sipowink coming to the line. The leg speed is just that little bit faster. She crosses 44.49, 45.08. So both of those skaters going faster than they did 2 days ago. Lots of faster times being set by the women and the men in their respective 500 meters. Next race underway, Hannah Brunn out of BC, Yasmin Uden from Alberta. Uden doing the down start. We see more of the men do. Inspired by the inline races, as Leo explained to me yesterday. 12.32, 12.33, just a hundredth separating the two. Uden 45th place with a 46.34. And Brunn clocked in with a 45.59 the other day. So let's see if they can, both of them, get into that 45 range. Very close as they round the corner. Uden trying to chase her down. Brunn holding on to a bit of a lead. Can she hang on to it? It looks like she will, but barely. And it's Brunn, 45.64, 46.07 for Uden. So Uden goes a little bit faster than she did a couple days ago. Now, Emma Stevens and Emma Javra. If I'm not mistaken, they were paired up together in an earlier race. And they are away cleanly. Manitoba and Alberta. Two women named Emma. And it looks like it's Stevens with an advantage coming up to 100 meters. Let's check that split. 12:08 and 12:67. Stevens with a 45.62 was in 40th a couple days ago. Javra 46.51 for 46th. Oh, and down goes Emma Javra. Looks like her day is done. It's Emma Stevens on her own inside 100 meters. And Stevens crosses with a 44.91. All hope, fingers crossed, obviously, that Emma Javra's okay. Just got the blades caught up a little bit. Looks like the toe got stuck in there. And Stevens was able to keep it right side up, finished with a 44.91 in 35th place. She goes faster than she did a couple days ago. Now Sophie Pett and Alexa Annika with pair 22 of 24. Pett was 44th a couple days ago. Annika 47th. Pett with a 46.07. Annika with a 46.90. And it's a clean start for both of them. Annika with the yellow and navy skin suit. Little stumble there as they come up to 100 meters. It looks like Annika still holding on to a slight advantage, but let's check that time. It's 12.6, 12.62 for Pett. 200ths of a second separating them. Annika will have the benefit of going into that inside lane, though, as she rounds the oval for their one full time around. Pett into the corner, a little bit of an advantage. Annika chasing her down as they enter that home stretch. It's very close, just about side by side. Annika still with some room to go. Pett trying to hold her off. They come to the line. It looks like Pett will take the pair. 45.91, 46.07 for Alexa Annika. Annika taking almost a second out of her time from a couple days ago. Little smile on her face there. Always nice when you go a little bit faster. Two pairs left to go. Jessica Conrad on the inner lane from Alberta. Caitlin Pelkey, also from Alberta, on the outer. Conrad showed some good long distance skills when she's coming into races. We saw her in the 3000 really sort of pick up speed as she went along. Pelkey clocks an 11:93. That's the 18th fastest opening 100. We'll see how she can carry that over. A very good start from Pelkey. 13:9 from Conrad. Mike Ireland again on the backstretch there, shouting little encouragements at both of them. And Pelkey now leading things into the final stretch. She's going to win the pair. Let's see what she can do. Pelkey coming to the line. She clocks in 43:09 up to 17th. She'll be happy with that one. And Conrad goes 48:27. Single skater all on her own. Fortunately, it's not too long to be by yourself. It's Laura Hall out of BC in our final pair. She put in a 48:38 the other day. Let's see if she can beat that all on her own. Starting on the inner lane. There's the bell as Hall comes to the line. Let's check that split. 12:98. Makes a nice crossover. No worries about confusion on the backstretch. When you're by yourself, you just cross over when you feel like it. Hall keeping it right side up, rounds the corner just fine as she makes the move for home, drops the arms, powering inside 100 meters. Let's check that time. Hall, remember, put up a 48:38. Let's see it here as she crosses the line, looks up 47:52. Definite improvement from her as she wraps up her 500 meters. So there is the final leaderboard. Noemi Fissé with a 38:94. Seems like it was quite a while ago, but it still holds up. Brooklyn McDougall, second spot with a 39:98. She was way back in the first pair. Caroline Gingras was third with a 40.18. Sarah Spence and, pardon me, let's just double check all that. Sarah Spence finishes in fourth place. And Carolina Hiller from BC, there we go. There's confirmation with a 40.36. Some pretty close times there. Once again, it's time for another quick little break. We'll be back. There's plenty more to come. The men's 1,000 meters comes up in just a little bit. Hope you can join us for that. Men's 1,000, ladies 1,000. I'm Gavin Day. I'll be taking a break now. I'll be back with you in just a little bit.